Please stand as we begin our commencement procession. Leading the procession are our university president, provost, leadership, board of trustees, and doctoral committee leadership. Following that will be our distinguished faculty, who will form a salute to welcome the 2026 class of our education and mental health and well-being doctoral programs.
Welcome, families, friends, and honored guests. Please be seated. I'd like to begin by reading a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that the land we occupy on our campus in Cambridge has been cared for by Indigenous people since time immemorial. Explorers and colonizers came here and stayed without treating the people they met as equals or as rightful stewards of this land, taking their lives, land, and resources. We are gathered on the traditional homelands of the Massachusetts nation. We also acknowledge their neighbors and relatives, the Nipmuc and Wampanoag peoples. We humbly recognize the sacrifices that this country's indigenous communities were forced to make in order for us to be here and to hold this ceremony. We honor their connection to these lands and are grateful for the legacy they left us: ceremonial and sacred places in nature, ancestral burial grounds on this land, and language through place names and words now integrated into English. It is my pleasure to welcome our doctoral graduates, family, friends, and honored guests to Lesley University's 2026 Doctoral Commencement Ceremony. Today marks the formal conferral of your doctoral degree, a milestone that represents years of sustained commitment, intellectual rigor, and resilience. You have earned this distinction, and today we fully honor it with the awarding of your diploma and the donning of your academic hood, both of which stand as enduring symbols of the work you have done and the scholar you have become. You have contributed new ideas, deepened professional practice, and challenged yourselves in ways that matter to your fields, your communities, and the lives of those you serve. We are very proud of what you have achieved and excited to see where your work will lead next. To begin the ceremony, I am pleased to introduce Hal Belodoff, Chair of our Board of Trustees. Hal has served on our Board of Trustees since 2009. Hal.
Thanks, Brian. Well, this is the enthusiasm. This is not on the script. The enthusiasm we felt as we were walking in was really quite amazing. You have a lot of people here who care a lot about you and to help you celebrate. It's wonderful. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today representing Lesley University's Board of Trustees. Today, on this momentous day in your lives as scholars. My dad was a big believer in celebrating milestones, and this gives us, because they give us an opportunity to take a step back, take some time, and think about where we came from and where we have arrived. Today marks a milestone in each of your personal and professional journeys, and I'm very proud to be able to witness this moment in your lives. As you receive your doctoral hood during today's ceremony, I hope you're able to see it as a visible symbol of your perseverance and accomplishments along the road to earning your doctoral degree. When you first don your hood, you enter into an academic community that you will turn to throughout your career. I know your contributions to the world will continue to deepen through the investment you've made in yourselves. So on behalf of Lesley University's Board of Trustees, I offer my sincere congratulations to you, your families, friends, and whoever else has been sources of constant support, comfort, and inspiration throughout each of your journeys. Now, without further ado, I welcome Vice Provost Meenakshi Chopra back to the podium to begin the draping ceremony.
Thank you, Hal. It is a joy to introduce our PhD student commencement speaker, Dr. Lee Cohen. Lee is an art therapy PhD scholar whose work represents the future of our field. Her groundbreaking dissertation explores how art therapists are using virtual reality groups with young adults, pushing the boundaries of what psychotherapy and art therapy in particular can be. This work was inspired in part by her own son's interest in virtual reality and gaming, a wonderful example of how lived experience can spark innovation. Lee has already made meaningful scholarly impact. Her research has been published in the Arts in Psychotherapy. She has an upcoming book chapter on embodiment in art therapy, and her revised dissertation has been submitted for publication, an extraordinary set of accomplishments for an emerging scholar. When I asked Dr. Michelle Fornash to say a few words about Lee, she said, "Lee was one of the most hardworking and dedicated students I have ever worked with. She was a joy to have as a doctoral student." Please join me in warmly welcoming our commencement speaker, Dr. Lee Cohen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Standing here today feels very surreal, much less, to be honest. I never saw it coming. Much less standing here speaking to everyone here. And it's a great accomplishment for everyone. But I want you to think about today, because it's easy to focus on the degree, the title, and the accomplishment. But what I've come to understand is it was never really about the degree. It was about the journey, because it's the journey that shapes us. It's the long nights, the moments of doubt, and the times we wondered whether we were going to be able to keep going. And I know that I'm not alone in this, but there were moments that I truly believed I wouldn't finish. And I wonder how many felt like that. Okay. And yet we are here, right? The moment was not given to us. It was earned through perseverance, through resilience, through showing up, even when it felt impossible to show up. We showed up. And I remember that it was a moment where I felt that it was completely impossible. But I remember before my first PhD expressive therapies program, during the interview process with Dr. Robin Cruz. And knowing that this was the moment that they would decide whether I belonged in the program. And I walked away from that interview saying, well, that didn't go well. And when I arrived to the program my first day, I just sat there feeling like I didn't belong, like somehow I slipped through the cracks, right? And that familiar feeling that we all know as imposter syndrome. But then Dr. Michelle Fornash, who later became my amazing advisor, reassured me that it did belong and that I was meant to be here. Even though the dissertation process was very challenging, she told me that I would become an expert in what I was researching. And I still didn't believe her. But she saw something in me that I couldn't see in myself. Sometimes it takes that one person to reflect back to us what we could not see. And as the journey continued, I found myself surrounded by people that I only knew through citations and papers and books and research, like Robin Cruz, Michelle Fornash, Mitchell Kozak, and all of a sudden my brain said, oh snap, they know me. Because I knew them, but now they know me. They know us. And to me, that is a big deal because it's people that I already respected. And in my first year, I had the privilege of learning with Dr. Jason Butler. And I remember writing a paper on creativity and apologizing for so many questions and thinking that it meant that I lacked intelligence, that I wasn't getting it, and feeling that he was going to think that I wasn't intelligent enough to be in the program. And he reframed that completely. He told me that what I was calling doubt was actually the mind of a researcher. And in that moment, something shifted. You made me feel safe to ask questions, to be curious, and to wonder. And then there was Kelvin Ramirez at a time where I was overwhelmed, struggling to find participants for the study. And he didn't just offer support, he also offered presence. And he gave me a shoulder to cry on when I needed it the most. And all of the professors, all of you, challenged the way I think. You all taught me to not believe everything I read, but to pause, to research, and seek understanding from multiple perspectives. That lesson didn't just shape my work, it shaped me, and it shaped all of us. And that's what this journey has been. Yes, it's been rigorous and demanding, but it has also been deeply human. And none of us got here alone. It is to this incredible faculty, all of them, thank you for your guidance, for your patience, and for the way you held space for us, for allowing us to fall apart at times and helping us come back together. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge God, because without him, I would not be standing here today. It is through his grace and guidance that I made it through this journey and that I was placed under the amazing mentorship of such extraordinary people. And I'm so proud to be mentored by all of you. So as we move forward, may we carry not just what we've learned, but who we've become into every space, every person, and every life we touch. So it's an honor to be standing here today. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
It is my pleasure to introduce the PhD in Educational Studies commencement student speaker, Carlos Maynard. Dr. Maynard is a member of the 2022 cohort of the individually designed doctoral programs. His work explores the intersection of behavioral sciences, sociology, and equity in higher education. Carlos is also an educator and mentor to many across the greater Boston area through his role as a faculty member at Bunker Hill Community College. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Maynard to the podium.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I like call and response. In the early 1980s, Donald Shun published a book entitled The Reflective Practitioner, How Professionals Think in Action. Please allow me a few minutes to share some remarks on the topic, Practitioners, it was worth it. My fellow colleagues, educators, counselors, therapists, learners, administrators, professionals, family and friends, doctoral graduates, and all practitioners, we are gathered here this afternoon for this momentous occasion to celebrate our journey, accomplishments, and future endeavors. We began this journey with some goals that became clear through the process. We had our own objectives and perspectives until we were introduced to our program expectations. We continue the process with our uniqueness and extended networks because our supporters saw the excellence we had and brought to the halls of Lesley along with our peers and faculty. We also promise it will not take so much time until we discovered that, yes, we can take more time than we anticipated. Nevertheless, as we reframe our days and evening, time became the greatest asset our families and loved ones gifted us to complete the journey ahead. Practitioners, it was worth it. As individuals, at times anxious because the clock was ticking, we are now joined with our fellow colleagues at Lesley and those who are dear to us for the celebration. As professionals, with our sensitivity to traumatic dynamics in the world, we are in this brave space to share with one another why this exhilarating and indescribable work matters during the chapter of our lives. As educators, counselors, and expressive therapists, while you can hear me today, we sacrifice time and sleepless night to fulfill program expectations because children and families also matter. As a collective, we have intentionally altered a manuscript that strives to leave our footprints in the paths and places we have traveled and lives we have touched. As PhD completers, we leave empowered while we are inducted into Lesley's community of education, counselors, and expressive transformers. It was worth it. We started as individuals in our programs of study. We are leaving as a collective community of trailblazers who will transform lives and families. We have trailblazed interdisciplinary work and will continue to engage in complex and systematic endeavors to create tangible change in our spheres of influence. We have changed from students to lifelong learners who will inspire evolving and future generations on the horizon. We have evolved from researchers to scholars who will shift and produce asset-based scholarship and publications for our constituents and diverse audiences. We have shifted from doctoral candidates to accomplished PhDs who will be remembered in Lesley's halls of learning, but who will also impact our social world. Thus, as Lesley University PhD graduates, through this milestone, we are now drafted into another important family, the Lesley Alumni Association of Practitioners. You can clap for that. Practitioners, it was all worth it. As we take a moment to pause, we reflect and remember our engagements, our critical explorations, the creativity fostered through our methodologies, the discoveries attained by various frameworks and perspectives, the recursive writing processes. Let me say that again. The recursive writing processes, the learning gain the knowledge acquired, the experiences created, the quality time invested, and the growth we have encountered. These and much more, administrators like, professionals like, program faculty like, each of you and many others, like our advisors, committee members, family and friends, have helped to shape and make this day a moment that we celebrate the culmination of a journey and the beginning of another. It was all worth it. From your work, and the clock is ticking to self-authorship and student outcomes. From your research on Can You Hear Me to the empowerment pedagogy. From your investigations on anxiety to resilience to a pedagogy of play. From your scholarship on Black excellence by design to trauma sensitivity in rural education. And from your dissertations on emotional reframing to yes, we can be successful, and much more. Go forward and change your spheres of influence with your inspiration and the lasting impact that you are making individually and collectively as humanizing, developing leaders in your own individualized ways and work areas. We take this moment to thank our Lesley University professionals, family, friends, and our cross cohorts of colleagues who have made this journey its culmination and the start of a new chapter possible. Thank you. Congratulations to the graduating class of PhDs 2026. Although this journey and culmination took a village of collaborators, every bit of this process till this very day, practitioners, it was all worth it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Will Dr. Tina Alessandria, Associate Provost for Expressive Therapies, please come forward?
Good afternoon. The Lesley University Doctoral Program in Expressive Therapies prepares students to become skilled educators, researchers, practitioners, and clinical supervisors. Alumni lead the field in scholarly research and practice. At this time, will Dr. Michelle Foranash, the director of the PhD program in Expressive Therapies, please come forward?
I am thrilled to present the PhD candidates of the Expressive Therapies Doctoral Program and their dissertation chairs. Joining the chairs in the draping ceremony ritual will be President Janet Steinmeier, Vice Provost Meenakshi Chabra, and Board of Trustees member Juanita James. Will Dr. Jason Butler and PhD candidate Rebecca Versace please come forward?
I present to you Rebecca Ann Versace, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Rebecca Ann Versace's dissertation title is Enacting Tension, a phenomenological, art-based study of NICU siblings' lived experience through engagement with dramatic reality. I would like to acknowledge Doctors Laura Wood and Joanne Lowy, who served on Rebecca Ann Versace's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Robin Cruz and PhD candidate Soo Jin Ma please come forward?
I present to you Soo Jin Ma, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Soo Jin Ma's dissertation title is Feasibility of Staff Training in Facilitating Affirmative Moving with Unhoused LGBTQ+ Individuals. I would like to acknowledge Drs. Gina Chang and Nicole Hanna, who served on Soo Jin Ma's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Jason Friedman and PhD candidate Christine Sarah Atkinson please come forward?
I present to you Christine Sarah Atkinson, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Christine Sarah Atkinson's dissertation title is Conceptualizing Professional Identity Development in Art Therapy Supervision with Postgraduate Art Therapists who are pre-licensed. I'd like to acknowledge Doctors Michelle Pate and Donna Gibson, who served on Christine Sarah Atkinson's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Pamela Lee please come forward?
I present to you Pamela Lee, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Pamela Lee's dissertation title is Photo Voice as a Resilience Tool for Helping Professionals in Complex Trauma Work. I'd like to acknowledge Doctors Michelle Napoli and Laura Tioli, who served on Pamela Lee's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Mitchell Kosak and PhD candidate Crystal Rose Spiegel please come forward?
No, that's not the right one. Here we are. Okay. I present to you Crystal Rose Purcell Spiegel, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Crystal Rose Purcell Spiegel's dissertation title is Digital Storytelling, a Group Experience with Self-Identified Adult Survivors of Trauma. I would like to acknowledge Doctors Joe McGeary and Brooke Hessler, who served on Crystal Rose Purcell Spiegel's dissertation committee.
As dissertation chair, I would like to call forward PhD candidate Lee Cohen. Please come forward. I present to you Lee Cohen, candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Lee's dissertation title is Art Therapists' Experience Utilizing Virtual Reality's Multibrush in Group Art Making with Young Adults. I would like to acknowledge Drs. Kelvin Ramirez and Suzanne Hayen, who served on Lee's dissertation committee. As dissertation chair, I'd like to call forward Kendall Joplin. Please come on up. I present to you Kendall Joplin, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Expressive Therapies. Kendall's dissertation title is Using Zines to Explore Oppression and Musical Gatekeeping in Music Therapy. I would like to acknowledge Drs. Joe McGeary and Adenike Webb, who served on Kendall's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Joe McGeary, Associate Provost for Counseling and Psychology, please come forward?
Good afternoon to everyone, to our education, expressive therapies, and counseling and psychology doctors. The PhD program in transformative leadership, education, and applied research in counseling and psychology advances learning and research in social justice issues. It develops critical inquiry and self-reflection in the service of health-promoting behavior, and it promotes inclusive communities that affirm the dignity of every human being and culture. At this time, will Dr. Catalina Tang Yan, Director of the PhD program in counseling and psychology, please come forward.
Will Dr. Joe McGeary and PhD candidate Melody E. Gamba please come forward?
I present to you Melody E. Gamba. Candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Psychology. Melody Gamba's dissertation is titled Unveiling Embodied White Supremacy, Therapists' Experiences and Its Imprint on Therapeutic Relationships in Dance Movement Therapy. I would like to acknowledge Doctors Maggie Giles, Robin Cruz, and Jacelyn Biondo, who served on Melody's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Sumotowski and PhD candidate Katie Allison McCabe please come forward?
I present to you Katie Allison McCabe, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Psychology. Katie Allison McCabe's dissertation title is, quote, "There was nothing left to give," end quote. Experiences of compassion fatigue among former inpatient psychiatric clinicians. I would like to acknowledge Drs. Dan Simone and Kellyanne Brady, who served on Katie Allison McCabe's dissertation committee. Will PhD candidate Catherine Ann Sargent please come forward? I present to you Catherine Ann Sargent, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Psychology. Catherine Ann Sargent's dissertation title is, quote, "I don't want to be the bad kind of special," end quote. The lived experiences of autistic youth in extracurricular programs in their communities. I would like to acknowledge Drs. Donna San Antonio and Catherine Caldwell Harris, who served on Catherine Ann Sargent's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Rachel Byron Wells please come forward? I present to you Rachel Byron Wells, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Psychology. Rachel Byron Wells' dissertation title is From Shame to Self-Compassion, Understanding the Experiences and Characteristics of Self-Identified White Anti-Racist Clinical Counselors in Maine. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Maggie Giles and Lynn Sellen, who served on Rachel Byron Wells' dissertation committee. Will PhD candidate Pravina Kandasamy please come forward? I present to you Pravina Kandasamy, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling Psychology. Pravina Kandasamy's dissertation title is A Critical Exploration, South Asian Therapists' Experiences with Transnational South Asian Women Survivors of Violence. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Sumo Tolsky, Nalini Prakash, and Kathleen Flinton, who served on Pravina Kandasamy's dissertation committee. Will PhD candidate Ebony Tynes Nichols please come forward? I present to you Ebony Tynes Nichols, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling and Psychology. Ebony Tynes Nichols' dissertation title is Black Somatic Liberatory Practices, the Africanist Aesthetic in Psychotherapeutic Movement Observation. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Donna Owens and Lesley Biondo, who served on Ebony Tynes Nichols' dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Valerie Harlow-Shinas, Associate Provost for PhD in Educational Studies, please come forward?
The PhD program in Educational Studies is designed for students who wish to pursue advanced study and scholarship in one of the many areas related to educational practice and research. The program builds upon Lesley University's commitment to scholarship and generation of new knowledge. At this time, will Dr. Grace Enriquez, Chair of the PhD in Educational Studies, please come forward?
I am pleased to present the PhD candidates of the Educational Studies Doctoral Program and their dissertation chairs. Joining the chairs in the draping ritual will be President Steinmeier, Vice Provost Stephanie Spadorcia, and Trustee Juanita James. Will Dr. Valerie Harlow-Shinas and PhD candidate Xochitl L. Mendez please come forward?
I present to you Xochitl L. Mendez, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Xochitl's dissertation title is Enacting Leadership and Transforming the World, Hannah Arendt, the Private, the Public, and Transfigurations in Between. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Caroline Heller, Dr. Frank Chaco, and Dr. Abjit Bhattacharya, who served on Zoshi's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Charles Denrod Fowler please come forward?
I present to you Charles Denrod Fowler, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Studies. Charles' dissertation title is Principal Preparation Program's Role in K-8 Public School Principals' Perceived Readiness to Address Religious-Based Issues in Massachusetts Public Schools. I would like to acknowledge Dr. John Cieslik and Dr. Marcel Poe, who served on Charles' dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Jessica Ray Madden-Foucault please come forward?
I present to you Jessica Ray Madden-Foucault, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Studies. Jessica's dissertation title is Becoming Restorative, an Exploration of Individual Journeys and the Professional Learning that Supports Them. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Maisha Rodriguez and Dr. Jalane Tamrat, who served on Jessica's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Lesley Etienne Pierre please come forward?
I present to you Lesley Etienne Pierre, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Studies. Lesley's dissertation title is Built for This, a journey through leadership rooted in reflection, resilience, and reinvention. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Crane de Galarce and Dr. Margaret Cradle Thomas, who served on Lesley's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Darnell Thigpen Williams please come forward?
I present to you Darnell Thigpen Williams, candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Darnell's dissertation title is Black Excellence by Design, a Critical Framework for Transforming K-12 Education. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Crane de Galarce and Dr. Johnny Cole, who served on Darnell's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Gail Cahill and PhD candidate Deborah Mary Arloskis please come forward?
I present to you Deborah Mary Arloskis, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Deborah's dissertation title is Choosing Play, a quantitative case study on the impact of play-based learning compared to a direct instruction in an urban kindergarten. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Carver Colley and Dr. Patrice Linehan, who served on Deborah's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Sadie Cora please come forward?
I present to you Sadie Cora, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Sadie's dissertation title is B. Hooks Elementary School's Commitment to Inclusion, a Single Instrumental Case Study. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Crane de Galarce and Dr. Albert Johnson Musad, who served on Sadie's dissertation committee. Look at this
Will PhD candidate Michelle Alona Shelton please come forward?
I present to you Michelle Alona Shelton, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Michelle's dissertation title is Can You Hear Me? Teacher Stories About State-Mandated Standardized Testing. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Valerie Harlow-Shinnis and Dr. Wayne Au, who served on Michelle's dissertation committee.
will Dr. Kaba Kali and PhD candidate Father Bobby John please come forward?
I present to you Bobby John, candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Bobby's dissertation title is Educated Sons and Evolving Traditions, a qualitative exploration of male family roles, inheritance, customs, and cultural identity in matrilineal Meghalaya. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Clan-Laglass and Dr. Karen Anderson, who serve on Bobby's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Carlos L. Maynard please come forward?
I present to you Carlos L. Maynard, candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Carlos's dissertation title is Yes, We Can, Understanding the Experience of Brown, Latinx, and Black Male Success at Community Colleges. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Cran-Laglass and Dr. Lorna Rivera, who serve on Carlos's dissertation committee. My share is up. Yeah. Yeah.
Will PhD candidate Ru Diego Rattray please come forward?
I would like to present Ru Diego Rattray, candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Ru's dissertation title is Self-Authorship and Student Outcome, a mixed method study. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Maureen Cregan-Quick and Dr. Benjamin Klumpus, who serve on Ru's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Patricia Crane de Galarce and PhD candidate Sue Cusack please come forward?
I present to you Susan R. Cusack, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Sue's dissertation title is The Characteristics of a University and Urban Elementary School Partnership Project, Interventions that Impact Teacher Self-Efficacy and Their Emerging Social Network. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Valerie Hallow-Shines and Dr. Marianne Reif, who served on Sue's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Adina Feldman please come forward?
I present to you Adina Feldman, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Adina's dissertation title is The Role Music Plays in Facilitating Transformation and Self-Actualization in Israeli Music Students Impacted by Trauma. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Salvador Terrasi and Dr. Sharon Kaplan, who served on Adina's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Jennifer Furland please come forward?
I present to you Jennifer Furland, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Jennifer's dissertation title is From Skilled Labor Pipeline to College Prep Track, a study of admissions, access, and intent in Massachusetts Vocational High School. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Sal Terrasi and John Seislick, and Dr. Jason DeFalco, who served on Jennifer's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Karen Elizabeth McDavitt please come forward?
I present to you Karen Elizabeth McDavitt, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Karen's dissertation title is A Phenomenological Study of Elementary Educators' Experiences Identifying and Responding to Student Asocial Evidence Associated with School Violence Risk. I would like to acknowledge Dr. John Cieslik and Dr. Jennifer DiChiara, who served on Karen's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Teresa Marie Murphy please come forward?
I present to you Teresa Marie Murphy, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Teresa's dissertation title is Leading a School District During the COVID-19 Pandemic. I would like to acknowledge Dr. John Cieslik, Dr. Salvador Terrasi, and Dr. John Marcus, who served on Teresa's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Joy Rubin Welts please come forward?
I present to you Joy Rubin Welts, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Joy's dissertation title is The Impact of Practicing the Discipline of Authentic Movement on Interpersonal Relationships. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Karu Mayazara and Dr. Valerie Blanc, who served on Joy's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Carrie L. Williams please come forward?
I present to you Carrie L. Williams, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Carrie's dissertation title is Trauma Sensitivity in Rural Education, a teacher-centric analysis grounded in Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Valerie Harlow-Shinez and Dr. Dana Oswecki, who served on Carrie's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Maureen Cregan Kinky and PhD candidate Lindsay Lucille Stewart please come forward?
I present to you Lindsay Lucille Stewart, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Lindsay's dissertation title is Sing Without Even Light, How the Arts Inform and Enhance Learning, Creativity, Imagination, and Well-Being in Elementary Classrooms in Kajiado, Kenya, Discovering Creative Confidence. I would also like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Crane de Galarce and Dr. Jenny Finn, who served on Lindsay's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Jennifer Riley Welsh please come forward?
I present to you Jennifer Riley Welsh, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Jennifer's dissertation title is A Hermeneutic Exploration of Professional Place-Based Belonging Experienced by Faculty in COVID-19 Informed Undergraduate Formal Learning Places. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Cody Nielsen and Dr. Lindsay Turgeon Brown, who served on Jennifer's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Victoria Gill and PhD candidate Quaisha F. Clark please come forward?
I present to you Quaisha F. Clark, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Quaisha's dissertation title is Elementary Residence and Culturally Sustaining Pedagogy in Mathematics. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Susan Rockwork, Dr. Susan Jo Russell, and Dr. Deborah Schiffer, who served on Quaisha's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Alexandra Sanchez please come forward?
I present to you Alexandra Sanchez, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Alexandra's dissertation title is Centering Testimonio, Understanding Chronic Absenteeism Through the Eyes of Multilingual and Newcomer Families. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Laura Shaw-Lacrone and Dr. Sharifa Holder, who served on Alexandra's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Kim Lowe and PhD candidate Abigail Shimshoni please come forward?
I present to you Abigail Shimshoni, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Abigail's dissertation is Socio-Looking, a theory of looking together and choreographing looking experiences. I would like to acknowledge Professor Jeffrey Freed and Dr. Lisa Donovan, who served on Abigail's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Martha McKenna and PhD candidate Karen Oster please come forward?
I present to you Karen Oster, candidate for the degree of Doctor of Educational Studies.
Karen's dissertation title is Transformative Experiences in a Community College Theater Program, a Study of Students' Growth Through a Pedagogy of Caring. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Annie Pluto and Dr. Matthew Olson, who served on Karen's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Jeffrey Perrin and PhD candidate Linda Rossetti please come forward?
I present to you Linda Rossetti, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Linda's dissertation title is The Efficacy of Emotional Reframing as an Intervention to Promote Adult Transformational Growth. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Robert McGrath and Dr. Ellen Reeve, who served on Linda's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Ekaterina Sidor please come forward?
I present to you Katerina Sidor, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Katerina's dissertation title is Practitioners' Experiences of Developmental, Individual Differences, Relationship-Based Approach in Their Professional Practice with Neurodivergent Clients, an Hermeneutic Phenomenological Study. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Joanne Gamble and Dr. Jerry Costa, who served on Katerina's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Susan Rockwork and PhD candidate Henry James Bryant please come forward?
I present to you Henry James Bryant, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy and Education Studies. Henry's dissertation title is Empowerment Pedagogy, a mixed methods grounded theory approach to developing a pedagogical framework for empowering middle school age students. Am I supposed to do this? Oh, I would like... Sorry. I would like to, I've only been sitting here for like 45 minutes. You'd think I'd have learned it. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Patricia Crane de la Garce and Dr. Kevin Matheson, who served on Henry's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Katina McLean please come forward?
I present to you Katina McLean, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy and Education Studies. Katina's dissertation title is Holistic STEAM Practices in Alana Classrooms to Center Learner Identities, Intellect, and Innovation. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Vivian Poe and Dr. Sarah Koisa, who served on Katina's dissertation committee.
Will PhD candidate Chantal A. Ritter-Meserve please come forward?
Here we go. I present to you Chantal Ritter-Meserve, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Studies. Chantal's dissertation title is The Clock is Ticking, a systematic review of the literature informing high school students' self-agency in managing mental health issues for the purpose of staying in class and learning. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Valerie Harlow-Shinnis and Dr. Deanne Ho, who served on Chantal's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Andrew Richmond and PhD candidate Elizabeth Teixeira please come forward?
I present to you Elizabeth Teixeira, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Elizabeth's dissertation title is From Anxiety to Resilience, a case study of female identifying middle school students at a math summer camp. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Valerie Harlow-Shinnis and Dr. Shannon Audley, who served on Liz's dissertation committee.
Will Dr. Valerie Harlow Shinnis and PhD candidate Garo William Saradarian please come forward?
I present to you Garo William Saradarian, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Garo's dissertation is entitled Inspiring Empathy, a Descriptive Review of a Musical Composition. I would like to acknowledge Garo's committee, Dr. Robin Roth, Dr. Caroline Heller, and Dr. Susan Edgerton, who served on Garo's dissertation committee.
Saving the best for last, my own PhD advisee. Will PhD candidate Jennifer Barabee please come forward? I present to you Jennifer Barabee, candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Studies. Jennifer's dissertation title is Through a Pedagogy of Play, Kindergarten Teachers' Professional Identity, Self-Efficacy, and Well-Being. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Yvonne Lou Constant and Dr. Lisa Koo, who served on Jen's dissertation committee.
Congratulations to each of you on this extraordinary achievement. Earning a doctoral degree is an exceptional accomplishment. Your professional vision, focus, and commitment to your chosen field have earned you a place today as the newest members of the Lesley community of scholars. As scholars, you understand the importance of inquiry and the impact of expression. You bring new knowledge and new perspectives to your chosen disciplines. You create deeper understanding and share it in ways that strengthen the communities and professions you serve. What makes this achievement particularly meaningful is nearly all of you pursued this work while continuing to actively practice in your professions. And I might add, leading full lives of family and friends, and I hope some fun. You chose to continue learning, questioning, researching, and growing, while also meeting the daily demands of leadership and life. That experience of practicing professionals brings an extraordinary richness, not only to your own scholarship, but also to the classrooms, conversations, and broader Lesley community around you. Your lived experience, professional insight, and willingness to engage deeply with both theory and practice strengthen the learning environment for everyone. That level of commitment requires perseverance. It reflects a willingness to ask hard questions, develop new skills, and think critically about the future challenges and opportunities facing you in your fields. It's also a reminder that on our best days, leadership and growth go hand in hand. The strongest leaders continue to learn. They remain curious. They seek new perspectives and prepare themselves to meet change with insight and purpose. In a world where information is sometimes overwhelming, the lens you bring to your disciplines and the thoughtful dialogue you foster is vital. Your scholarship will define organizations, communities, and professional practice in ways that make a tangible difference in the world around us. Each of you is here today as a result of extraordinary effort, even on the most difficult days. And on those challenging days, I hope that each of you was bolstered by the support of your wonderful faculty, by the encouragement and love of family and friends, all of whom are joining us today. May I ask all the Lesley faculty and committee members to please stand. Graduates, we salute you and welcome you deeply and warmly to our community of scholars. And now, the stage party will exit out, and then we invite you all to please join us for a celebration in the newly renovated chapel right to my right here. We look forward to seeing you and celebrating you more there.